The Jokic takes are pretty unfortunate.
Going from Mahomes to Jokic, like you've had that in the chamber for a while.
I'm not gonna lie, I get it. You just get a couple chips. He could be the Mahomes of the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, as far as his
How
dominant he is.
he's not Mahomes.
It's a different.
Mahomes is the greatest player ever, with Tom Brady 1 and 2.
There also has been seasons where quarterbacks have been better than him.
Jokic will never be a top 3 player in the history of the NBA.
Mahomes
He's
is
like
not
28,
that,
so
though.
it's
Yeah.
not
Mahomes is
not
that.
a bad take.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Top 3.
In
So he
quarterbacks-
passes. Okay, that's
Yes.
also different, and also not yet.
But what do you mean? Who's over him?
You know who he's gonna say.
Tom
bro.
Brady's over him.
You know who he's gonna say.
I can see Joe Montana
Screaming at that.
There is no argument for Peyton Manning.
Why?
Sheesh.
Because
He has 5 MVPs,
Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowls actually came off the back of his greatness.
and also his defense.
His greatness.
His defense too.
Patrick Mahomes with the 32nd ranked defense in yards in 2018 went to the AFC Championship.
Hey, Tyreek Hill.
Peyton Manning has the
T4,
greatest.
they go to the Super Bowl that
Peyton
year.
Manning has the greatest quarterback season of all time. Peyton Manning also led the team with the highest offense with the bottom 5 defenses multiple times with his time in Indianapolis. That's while he was on the Indianapolis Colts. by
And
the way,
his
too.
brother's a better
Poverty
playoff player than
franchise.
Ooh.
There's a chance you could argue
And
that.
Mahomes is the best playoff
Eli's
quarterback
one
in
of
the
the
history
best
of the game.
playoff performers ever.
Eli's Hall of Fame case is off this playoff.
Mahomes is not better than Brady in the playoffs yet.
Every number points that he is.
Yeah,
Yards per game,
he's also
passer
played
rating,
less. The
QBR.
per game stuff he has for now.
Okay,
This
so
sounds like
you don't want
LeBron
to use.
versus
So
MJ.
you don't want to use in totality because in totality, Mahomes' numbers are better.
No, in totality, Brady's numbers are better.
On a per game basis, Mahomes'
no,
numbers are better.
but that's not totality.
That's-
Okay,
that's not totality.
but per game is what I care about more.
Okay, that's different.
That's
If that's what you care
because
about.
That's going to be
if you-
different because of cumulative
If
games.
you have a larger sample size, then
Yeah, it's
you're
going to
going
be
to have
less.
more overall numbers.
No, you'll have less.
No.
No,
What
per
he's
game.
saying
Yeah,
is
more
right,
overall
on the
numbers.
per
Oh,
game,
on the
he's
I'm talking about
cooking.
per
Well,
game,
not
you'll
if
have
you're
less.
consistently elite per game.
I mean,
no.
Brady has maybe 3 of the best 5 quarterback performances in the playoffs, maybe ever.
He also
And
plays
Mahomes
he's
had
50.
the best, arguably, quarterback season in history of the NFL.
Well,
Won MVP, 5,000 yards.
Peyton Manning's season was better.
Patrick Mahomes actually set the record for the most scrimmage yards by a
Here's the
quarterback in an
difference
NFL
between
season.
Brady and-
he capped
difference
off
between
his
Mahomes
2022
and-
season with a Super Bowl MVP,
He did.
leading his team
He
to a
did.
Super Bowl on a bum
did.
ankle,
He did.
and Peyton Manning choked and had an all-time collapse in his MVP year where he threw 55 touchdowns.
He didn't
How many
choke.
years did it take for Peyton Manning to throw for 55 touchdowns in his career?
After a broken neck,
After a decade in the NFL, Mahomes
did
threw
break his
Mahomes
neck.
threw 50 touchdowns in his first season as an NFL starter. He's over Peyton Manning. The only
yet.
quarterback that he's not over is Tom Brady.
Not
That's
yet.
it. Yeah, he's over Peyton Manning.
there's a chance he'll get there.
No, it's
There's
not a chance.
I
He
forgot
is
Peyton
there.
broke his neck,
He
dog.
literally broke his neck, came
forgot.
back, and could have won 2 MVPs. AP definitely deserved
Sure,
the
sure,
first
sure,
one.
sure.
I'm
The
not mad
floor
about
for
it.
Mahomes is an AFC championship. That's the floor.
And the floor for him is also dinking and dunking, being for what we think that he's supposed to be, a little underwhelming. And then the playoffs happen, and
you
he
think
looks
Patrick
amazing.
Mahomes is underwhelming?
In the regular season this past year, he was underwhelming.
This past season, he led the NFL in fourth quarter comebacks, game-winning drives, was first in success rate on third down.
What was
had
their
the best
offensive rank?
QBR
They
on
had
third
to be
down
top
in the
five.
NFL. He's led more top 5 offenses in his career than Lamar Jackson has overall.
So not
to this
Peyton Manning,
point.
though.
And well, he doesn't have
'Cause I don't
as
care about
much
Lamar.
years
Lamar's straight.
overall.
I never mentioned
if you're,
Lamar.
If you want to measure Mahomes' first 7 seasons as a starter in his NFL career, it clears anything Peyton Manning has done.
I'm not going to disagree.
And it clears
anything he's ever done. I don't know.
Tom Brady, it also clears his first 7 seasons. If we're looking at Mahomes' start to his
but
career,
we're not
it is
doing
the
that.
best ever.
Because that we don't define careers off of
The first
the first 7 years.
Yeah.
Brady's excellence
Mahomes
is
can
also accumulated. Can I speak?
I have
Brady's
let you speak.
Brady's
You're not speaking nonsense.
how?
Because Mahomes, if he retires
I
today,
didn't even get a chance to talk.
would be
He just did a good
universally
job
known
of
as a
stopping
top
me.
3 quarterback in history.
Is he universally
Yes.
known?
If he retires today,
So
yes.
I guess you get universally accepted as after 2 blowout Super Bowls.
After 3 Super Bowl wins and 3 Super Bowl MVPs, yes, you get that. Does Peyton Manning have 3 Super Bowls?
He doesn't.
Does he have 3 Super Bowl MVPs?
He doesn't.
So Patrick Mahomes already has
bro.
more Super Bowls and Super Bowl
does.
MVPs in less amount of time in half of the career that Peyton Manning has played. He has accomplished everything Peyton Manning has accomplished in his career
5
in 7
MVPs.
years.
Yeah, you got
5
it.
MVP.
You got-
Super Bowls
Those matter.
If so wins are a team's or a quarterback stat now.
They're not
One
a
use with
quarterback stat.
context.
I'm just wondering.
One use with context.
I agree because
there.
Mahomes is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to accolades, Peyton
5
Manning has the
MVPs,
They're
entire
not a
career.
quarterback
5
stat,
MVPs
but
matter.
you want to know what speaks to Mahomes? The fact that Josh Allen's defense is with the Bills. they allow less points per game than the Chiefs' defenses. Lamar Jackson's defenses allow less points per game than Mahomes' defenses.
Why are we talking about them?
Buffalo's
Because
defense is dog shit.
overall, as a
playoffs
team,
now. Yeah.
the
Dog
Chiefs
shit.
allow more points per game than any of the top quarterbacks' defenses allow in the playoffs, yet Mahomes has been able to overcome that and win Super Bowls.
But I don't care about Josh and I don't care about Lamar in this conversation.
Peyton Manning's Super Bowl, his first one came when he threw 3 touchdowns and 7 picks.
After an amazing comeback win against
3 touchdowns,
the
7
greatest
picks
of all
was his
time.
Super Bowl run. Peyton Manning's second Super Bowl, he was carried to.
So we're not using context.
We are using context.
No, but so the context, the AFC Championship game, they were down double digits. It's
Okay.
one of the best playoff comebacks in the history
So the
of football.
first 2 rounds don't matter where he threw multiple picks?
we still were able to win those games and go into AFC Championship.
Overall, his best playoff run doesn't stack up with Mahomes' best playoff run. That's a fact.
I agree with that.
Exactly. And the separator between these all-time greats isn't just the regular season, it's the playoffs. And in the playoffs, Mahomes is by far and away better than Peyton
He
Manning.
is.
Who's better in the regular season?
By a lot.
It's close.
No, it's actually not.
Yes, it is.
By a lot, right now, it is
Nah, it's
Peyton
probably
Manning.
Peyton right now because of the 5 MVPs.
Peyton Manning has 5 MVPs.
That's a lot, though.
And he could have more, but I'm not mad at Adrian Peterson having his MVP.
He
Both
has
the
5
MVP,
MVPs. Tom Brady has less MVPs than Peyton
Deservedly
Manning.
so.
Tom Brady has
And
7 rings.
who's better?
Tom Brady has 6 rings.
Tom Brady's better.
But
Correct.
Tom,
Seven, right?
Tom also has all the counting stats because he has the longevity. And on top of it, yes, he's a 6-time. Is it
I think
7?
it might be 7, yeah.
You're right. He won 6 with the Patriots. I apologize.
Hey, bro.
Absurd.
He
7
made
rings.
he made 10
No,
or 9.
he is legitimately
he's
the
different.
GOAT.
He's different. He's different.
He has the counting stats, the playoff numbers, and the chips. He's
Tom Brady has
unreal.
an impeccable resume. Mahomes has played as a starter for 7 years. He's been to 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's
He's
impressive.
won 3 of them,
Yep.
and his floor is the AFC Championship game.
Can you imagine how good Peyton Manning was at that time before Tom Brady went on his unbelievable, you win 4 more championships after you win your first 3? There was still that period of time where people did not know if Brady was clear-cut better than Manning.
Peyton Manning's
That's how amazing Manning was. After the Seattle Super Bowl Brady's, there was no looking back. Brady, I think, signed and sealed that after that.
Peyton's amazing.
But up until that point, that was a conversation. It was what Brady did in the second half of his career, which made him undisputed GOAT.
The
So you're telling
separator
me
was
there's
the
time.
07 season. The 07
Because
season.
people thought Rodgers would be the GOAT.
Facts.
Yes, people thought Rodgers would be the GOAT because he won a Super Bowl early in his career.
In
and
year
then he
6.
never won one
It's true.
again. The difference is that Mahomes has already won 3.
3.
He's won the most in a quarterback's first 7 years as a starter.
He's a legend.
And no, wins is not
might never win again.
exclusively a quarterback
There's
stat.
a chance.
Wins are a representation of the team, and you cannot tell the story of the Chiefs without talking about Andy Reid, without talking about that defense and stats.
Amen.
It goes to everybody. Everybody gets credited. But Mahomes is without a doubt,
catalyst.
the driving force
100%.
of their success.
I'd be lying if I
So
said
that is
otherwise.
the difference. In all 3 of Mahomes' Super Bowls, I can say he
Jalen
was the
Hurts.
driving force for why they won. With Peyton Manning, I could say that happened one time. So I think him doing what Peyton Manning struggled
I'd
to
also
do.
disagree. Because the AFC Championship game in 2015, if Peyton Manning doesn't play the way that he does, we could lose to.
He was a backup quarterback at that point in time in his career. He was terrible. that
Albeit
season.
true. Albeit
Talking
true.
about Denver?
No, him
2015.
that season. He was terrible. I think 9
He got
touchdowns,
benched for
17,
Brock
19.
Osweiler.
He was also hurt that season.
He was old as shit.
No, he got hurt, and that's
9
why Brock
touchdowns
played.
and 17 picks on
Terrible.
the season, I believe.
But when you needed him, he stepped up.
yeah, but there's 3 other playoff games that you got to play that he wasn't very good, and he game managed his way.
And that's
fine.
kind of what
But
Mahomes does in the regular season
The
now.
driving catalyst of the Broncos winning the Super Bowl was their defense. That's what it was.
100%. It's the
Yeah,
greatest of all
that's what it
time.
OD.
It's the
And
greatest ever.
Mahomes, I feel like his down seasons get overblown. This past season,
I mean,
2024.
when you get fucking on your hands and knees for Patrick Mahomes, we're going to be very tooth and nail. We're going to use a microscope to see what he's doing. No?
2024 was a down season for him. The context is never added for him. Lost his best receiver. Lost his receiver that he's supposed to rely on, the second guy in Hollywood Brown. Pacheco gets injured for most of the season. Left tackle situation is the worst in the NFL. They have to slide their left guard to play left tackle. Like, just an awful situation.
It was.
Still was a top 10 quarterback by every metric. Not MVP wise,
Top 10.
right? but he still was
Give him
top 10.
Mahomes and we're saying top 10,
And
not
he
even five?
prolonged drives
Not even
so
top
they
five?
could win football games.
Chiefs.
Wait, you're telling me the greatest ever?
I didn't think I'd hear top 10.
10?
I thought I was gonna hear
We're
like top
lowering
five.
our standards
Yeah.
to 10
The-
for the
yes.
undisputed best quarterback in the
Top 10 is
league. No
definitely a
one
drop-off.
close. We don't even say 5.
Top 10
Give
is
me
We
Yes,
don't even
because
say
the situation
I'll-
is different.
You don't even say top
Circumstances.
7.
I get what you
That's
mean.
so obvious.
No,
Given the
I know there were
circumstances,
some
that's
bad situations that Brady was in, and there was no way in hell anybody ever would utter the fact that he was less than top 5.
Well, yes, statistical
He had
season.
Chris
you
Hogan,
can
he had
argue
Malcolm
statistical
Mitchell.
seasons. Yes, he was that.
Ugh.
Gronk in those years.
Pretty nasty. And that was towards the back end of his career, too. And I don't think Gronk was on that team that they lost in the first round to the Titans.
I don't think he was.
He was not.
Because Gronk ain't losing no
That's
fucking title. I
2019.
don't think he was on that team. I think he came back the next year.
That he
came
did
back
come back
for-
the year
Yeah,
after
'cause
in
they-
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I think he took that year off. Now he's
He
hilarious
retired
for
at
that.
first. Jabal is highlighting a pretty good point.
No, he is. There's
Their
a few
tackle
points he's making
situation
that's
was
great.
There's context to
and
the-
There's a lot of
They
great
lost
points
their
he's
three
making.
best weapons outside Kelsey, who was regressing.
Oh, listen, don't get me wrong. I agree with what he's saying. The offense in 2023, though, also was a little bit underwhelming in the regular season. Come postseason time, it turned it up. Travis Kelsey remembered that he's Travis Kelsey. We were anticipating that in this postseason. Unfortunately, it never happened for KC fans. In 2023, it was also the same. Who I blame more than anyone for Patrick Mahomes being underwhelming in the regular season. It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's not the wide receivers, the weapons, although that is a problem. It's Matt Nagy. Once
the
Matt
thing.
Nagy gets fired, I think we'll get regular season Mahomes back. For right now, Matt Nagy will continue to hold that offense back.
I think that the expectation that the best player in the NFL has to play like the statistically the best every year,
I'm not saying.
Is
Did
a
I say
fallacy.
that? I didn't say that.
because with that,
I just
that's,
said, give me top 5.
That's being
All
held
I said was
against
top 5,
Mahomes
top
now.
10.
That's being
There's
held
a lot of
against
great
Mahomes now.
quarterbacks.
No, it's all I'm asking is if you are the undisputed best ever, the first 7 years, there's nobody on your level, which is true. I agree. Then we can't lower the standard while you're in your prime. This is still the peak of your powers that you drop from number 1 to now we're talking top 10.
It's not lowering the standard for him.
Would you ever do that
He's
for
still-
Rodgers? Would you ever do that for Brady? Did you do that for Breeze?
Yes.
Was Breeze ever out of the top 5 at the peak of his
Well,
powers?
Mahomes is not out of the top 5, Drew.
But you
That's
just said he
not.
just said top 10. Would you ever?
playing.
Yes, statistics wise, obviously with my eye test and what I see, Mahomes is still the
But
best
even
player
still,
in the world.
Brady, Rodgers, Breeze, Peyton, they were never out of
Okay.
that top 5.
I still
There
expect
were
statistically him to play like a top
years
5 player.
where they weren't at the top of their game. Top quarterbacks had that. Tom Brady didn't have every year where he threw 50 touchdowns. When you're looking at Peyton Manning, you're acting as if he had an MVP year every year.
Damn near.
His first year, 26 touchdowns, 28 picks.
Yes,
Second year,
okay.
26
Rookie of the
touchdowns,
year.
15 picks.
Uh-huh.
Third year, 33 touchdowns, 15
Get
picks.
ready because it's
A
about to
very
get
great year.
fucking incredible.
Okay,
Get
fine.
ready for the ride.
Okay, get
Get
ready.
ready for the
get ready.
ride.
Get ready. Next year, 26 touchdowns, 23 picks.
Okay.
Next year, 27 touchdowns, 19 picks.
That's great. That's a good
29
19
touchdowns, 10 picks.
Great
49
season.
touchdowns, 10 picks.
Here we go. Here's the ride. Here's the
49.
ride, Drew. Here's the ride.
His first MVP came in 03. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years into his career. And then he went back to back
Also,
MVPs.
Indianapolis
His 6th and
Colts.
7th year.
After that, we didn't look back.
Indianapolis was poverty.
Yeah.
Indianapolis
Those
also
teams
had an
a
insane
Hall of Fame
offensive
running
talent.
back and
They
an amazing
definitely
receiver.
get a lot of great talent without a shadow of
Reggie
a doubt.
Wayne, Marvin Harrison,
And then you
Dallas
look
Clark,
what Peyton
Edgerrin
Manning was
James.
able to build up with some of those
And then
players.
choke in the playoffs.
Brandon Stokely. The defense also was not good.
But he choked in the playoffs.
He definitely had moments where he choked. For his standards, there was definitely moments where he choked.
in the playoffs
Power
overall.
rankings.
He also would go up against the best defense every single season.
AFC was dogfight.
Let me ask you, son.
Hey.
70.5 passer rating in your Super Bowl win, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. What is that?
Not good.
So why was he Super Bowl MVP?
40 touchdowns, 25 picks in the postseason for your career, 87 passer rating.
Not good.
14 and 13 record in the playoffs overall when you are the best player in the league every year. What's that?
He was damn near the best player in the league every year.
The thing with Brady, why Manning was looked at as a better player early on, is because people weren't giving Brady his credit early on.
'Cause the defense
until the
was
07
stacked.
season.
Absolutely.
And then in the 07 season, when Brady started to take off statistically, he started getting that recognition when he did it more consistently. And
Deservedly
listen,
so.
every year a quarterback doesn't play at that type of level. When Peyton Manning had 26 touchdowns and 23 picks, nobody was saying that he's still not 1 or 2 at the position in the league. Mahomes is just 2 years removed from the best season by a quarterback scrimmage yards wise in NFL history, throwing for 5,000 plus yards and 40 touchdowns after losing Tyreek Hill and his best weapons being Travis Kelce, who's a Hall of Famer, no doubt, but then Juju and then a rookie and Pacheco, who's a 7th round pick. I mean, this was an offseason that you were questioning his greatness and what he's going to do.
Which
and
year?
then 2022.
Okay, we're going back 3 years.
When he lost Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl that year, but then 2023, just 2 years ago,
I questioned him, but what my hot take was coming into the season that he was going to be MVP. You could throw that in my face prior to the season starting. I agree. And then after the overreaction week 1, I said he was going to be MVP. Nevertheless, I'm glad you stopped reading Peyton Manning stats after the 49 touchdown season because you know what it was. It was banger after banger after banger after banger. It was 49
touchdowns and
He's
28,
a legend.
28 and 10, 31 and 9, 31 and 14, 27 and 12. And 08.
And,
yes,
and that was year 4. The 26 and 23 was year 4. Like
Manning,
it's 2001.
Manning won his first MVP 6 years into his career. Mahomes won his first MVP his first year.
Manning won his first Super Bowl at 30.
These players are better earlier.
At the end of the day, Brady had years before 2007, which were on par with what Mahomes has been the last 2 years. And even though his best year in recent seasons was 3 years ago, he's been in the Super Bowl every year since, and we just watched him put that team on his back, at least offensively speaking, when there were multiple things falling apart. And you even highlighted, too, you have concerns and skepticism of Matt Nagy, which adds even another element that you can point to if you want to look at that specifically. But I look at the offensive line's issues. I mean, they're rotating in absolute backups at the tackle spot, and Mahomes has not nearly enough time in the pocket for the play to develop. So I just feel like the Peyton Mahomes thing, that's a different discussion, but as far as like the top 10 this season thing, we all know Pat Mahomes is still, at least to me, he's clearly the best quarterback in football, but you can be like Brady was in some years, maybe top 10 in productivity, but still clearly first, second, or third in the NFL.
Brady was pretty great statistically almost every season.
Well, I'm saying earlier in his career, 2004.
Well, early in his career, I don't know.
On par with what Mahomes has been the last 2 years.
Y'all comparing years of Tom Brady and Peyton when they weren't Tom Brady and Peyton. Like,
it's 20 years of passing evolution, which you can factor in. But just because you're a superstar quarterback doesn't mean that you can't have a year, maybe your productivity's out to the top 5. I feel like giving the context, that could be necessary.
I'll give context. Andy Reid.
The floor with Mahomes is, we just mentioned the AFC Championship, losing in the Super Bowl. His worst season,
belting ass.
His worst season to date, right now, recently, is losing in the Super Bowl. And then last year's 2023 season, while the regular season numbers aren't on par with the MVP stuff that we should expect from him, in the playoffs, he was first in QBR. In the playoffs, he came back down double digits to beat a stacked 49ers team, and he was exceptional in every single playoff game.
We're talking about 2019?
2023, sorry.
Oh,
2023.
They were down double digits?
For me,
like 12 or 13.
They were down 10 heading into halftime. The same as the Eagles game in 2022, funny enough. But 2024, the season where statistically lower than what we expect from him, still goes to the Super Bowl. Last year in 2023, statistically, the regular season wasn't what we expect from him, but then in the playoffs,
100%.
He became the best guy in the league,
100%.
and he won it all.
Agreed.
So that's a year removed from him doing that.
He's a GOAT.
I'm giving him grace
100%.
that he deserves the benefit of the doubt.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt too.
I don't think that the top quarterbacks every year, unless they played for an offense that needed to play catch up, you have statistically that year all the time. Overall, I think Mahomes has already accomplished everything that Peyton Manning has accomplished.
Everything, no.
Yes.
Still need 3 more MVPs to do everything.
I think what the thing is with this conversation is just the fact that Josh and Lamar and Joe Burrow, or mainly Josh and Lamar, because Joe Burrow misses times.
Yes.
Like the last 4 years, they've been statistically at an insane level over the last 4 years. And Mahomes in the regular season hasn't kept up, at least the last 2 years, I'd say. But in the playoffs, he remembers who the fuck he is, and he always ends up at the Super Bowl.
I also think that Andy Reid takes the keys in the postseason more.
He probably does. I mean, at this point, they probably know what they do. Like in the regular season, they know they're going to win games, and they're going to get to the playoffs.
I mean, Andy Reid could hardly win a playoff game before Mahomes. And that's with Alex Smith, who took great care of the football and never turned over in the postseason.
Talent gap is nuts.
With respect to Alex Smith.
I'm a big Alex Smith guy. I mean,
he's a good player.
I'm not going to say I'm a big Alex Smith guy.
Before
we're
Patrick
going
Mahomes,
from...
The Chiefs had the longest.
Didn't they choke a game?
Flaming Young to like
everywhere Alex Smith went, his teams won.
Didn't they choke a game to Mariota one time?
Yes, they did, and the Colts. The Chiefs had the longest streak of playoff losses until Mahomes took over.
That's most of these teams.
They were 0-8 before Mahomes took over in
the
the playoffs.
Bengals didn't win a first round playoff game until Burrow.
Yes.
Buffalo was dog shit before Josh Allen.
Well, they're still winning some games some of those
Yeah,
years.
but
the
it
Bengals,
wasn't-
that's like the Oakland Athletics or the Vegas
like
Athletics,
a lot of these
where they are
teams,
now
like
in the
except
NFL.
like the Ravens, like outside because they've always been great for the most part. But most like those three guys going to these franchises, they were not poverty. Like the Bengals are probably the biggest poverty out of all of them, but not really nothing. And then these three guys get here, and now you see a couple AFC Championship games, Super Bowls for Mahomes. So when you're that talented and you could propel an offense.
Great quarterbacks elevate their teams. The Andy Reid's offenses before Mahomes were 13th in yards per play on third down in totality. There were some years where they were bottom barrel.
Mhm.
Since Mahomes took over, they've been number one.
Yeah, Mahomes
And
so much better.
third
than
down,
Alex
the
Smith.
money down is, where you keep drives alive and where you expect the elite quarterbacks to make plays and extend
Kind
drives.
of like
And
Peyton, first
Mahomes
year
has been
off
the
of
best.
fusion neck surgery, getting cut from the Indianapolis Colts, going to the Broncos, and making them one of the best offenses in the league off rip.
There you go.
This is a guy in Demaryius Thomas who I think had under 600 yards the year prior, and also giving credit where credit is due, Demaryius Thomas having the talent as well to be one of the best receivers in the league, to get him to the mark of 1,600 receiving yards,
Shout
to
out to
get him
Demaryius.
to the mark of
Rip
being
him.
top 3 in touchdowns.
Julius Thomas. And
100%. Where there was a point where Broncos fans thought that Eric Decker was better. It was just you didn't have the quarterback, and this is with respect to Tim Tebow, who is one of my guys. It's just levels. Again, there's levels. Who I wouldn't even say Tim Tebow's of the level of Alex Smith. You
Well,
just
Alex
get a
Smith's
guy
the
like
man.
Peyton
Alex Smith's the
Manning,
man.
and you go from being one of the worst offenses in the league to immediately top 5.
I still didn't peak as high as
And
Mahomes.
55 touchdowns.
Still didn't peak as high as Mahomes.
Because Mahomes is still chasing that.
Power rankings 16-9.
You think he peaked as high as Mahomes?
He has 5 MVPs, bro.
But you think he peaked as high as Mahomes?
He has 5
You
MVPs.
answer the question. Yes.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning peaked higher than Patrick
Oh,
Mahomes.
you said as high.
So the answer is,
Peaked higher.
if that's the
Nah,
question,
Mahomes
nobody's
peaked higher.
ever peaked higher than Mahomes, correct?
He has the greatest individual peak.
okay.
Yes.
Nah, I would
So
say
I won't
Brady.
care.
player is Tom Brady.
Yeah, I
Wait,
would say
no.
Brady peaked higher.
Brady.
Did Brady
Brady.
peak higher then? No. I
You
wouldn't
can
say
argue
that.
it. I mean,
I would,
yeah,
I
you
would
can
say
argue
Brady
it.
peaked higher.
What's
You
Brady's
can.
peak that's higher than this?
2007 would be the regular season measure.
Okay,
that you use.
and then Mahomes did that. Both didn't win a Super Bowl.
I would say the year they beat the Falcons.
So we're going later when Brady
I
was
feel
like,
like that was when
37.
He was, yeah, like Brady peaked like 2-3 different times.
So
I'll be
Brady,
honest.
but that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Brady's peak is at 37?
One of them, yeah.
He's insane.
Brady peaked a good.
I mean,
3
there's
times.
a reason why he's the GOAT.
Yeah, like then in Tampa, he went over there. He threw like 35, 40 TDs.
And then the year after,
People
he
thought
threw.
it was- people thought
He
it
led
was
the league in
cooking up
touchdowns.
Sam.
yeah, when they lost to the Titans, people thought he was washed as fuck.
Which
He
is
went to
nuts.
Tampa Bay and he wasn't washed at all. Actually,
there
Super
is
Bowl's first year?
no quarterback in the last 25 years that has had an individual season as great as 2022 Mahomes.
2025, you're saying?
2022 Mahomes.
I'm sorry. Since
in the last 25 years. Since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
There's been-
2022 Mahomes.
Yes, there's been no quarterback that's had
Is
a
it because
better
he won the Super
individual
Bowl? Because
season.
I feel like if
It's
He
because
did have
It
5,000
was incredible that
yards.
year.
5,000 yards, most scrimmage yards by a quarterback in history of the NFL.
yeah, Brady ain't gonna get all that.
MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl championship, rolled his ankle against the Jaguars and won that on a sprained ankle
Yeah,
and came back down double digits in the Super Bowl.
that's fair.
That is the best individual quarterback season. And then he has
I don't hate
another
it. MVP
MVP on top of that and 2 more championships on top of that.
Yeah, his other MVP season throwing 50 touchdowns his first year as a starter. And that wasn't his best season, which is absurd. Arguably.
No, it was nuts. His most
best-
fun season to watch was easily his first year.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
but
he
his most
became
productive-
And then he
Tom
got
Brady.
yeah,
Productive,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yo, shout out to Mahomes.
What else can you say?
Yeah, shout out to
It's
Mahomes.
a great conversation. I'm glad we started it off
It's
with Patrick
so
Mahomes.
like the most dried out, boring conversation.
No, I
think I enjoy having these
we
conversations.
take the greatness of Mahomes for granted.
No,
too
we
often.
don't.
Yes,
we all
we
have
do.
him number 1.
I don't. I genuinely just don't give a fuck about him.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all have
and
him
I just
number
cannot
1.
not care about the greatest player that we've ever going to see in our lifetime. I can't.
We watched Brady.
Sure.
Yeah,
We were alive for Brady.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Very alive.
One or two, and I wish that people got to appreciate Brady more when he was playing instead of hating on him.
I loved
Because when he
you
was
know?
playing, everybody hated on him. And
I can't say I was
now
one that hated him.
People are hating on
I
I
Mahomes,
probably
and
should have.
we
but
should
I-
appreciate him
once
more.
Once I came to the realization that he was better than Manning, I was just like, all right.
And when was that for you?
When he beat Seattle.
In 2014?
I loved watching Brady play in 2017.
From 2014 all the way to when he retired in 2023, 3.
All I'm saying is that
I loved watching
Mahomes didn't need Deflategate or Spygate.
I
That's all I'm
loved
saying.
watching Mahomes play in 2024.
2024 is the best season
Conveniently, the years that
because he didn't play his best.
And I love we beat him in the Super Bowl. I love watching Brady play in
I
2017.
love 2024. 2021 was awesome. Give me 2020. That was electric. Watching them get their ass beat was really cool.
All these superstar athletes, we see this in the NBA with Steph and LeBron, they're taken for granted because they do become villains to a degree. And then when their careers end, you look back and say, damn, I wish I appreciated it more. I mean, I'm not getting terrorized by Mahomes the way Brady damn near ruined my childhood, so I'm not going to have the same vitriol. But, I think it's nice to appreciate these players while they're playing opposed to not doing so until they retire.
I've loved the seasons 2018 through 2024, now 2025.
You like 2024?
Yeah, every year.
Ugh.
Every year.
You like that
I
ass
love
whipping?
it. Every year.
Dropping from 1 to 10?
You can't get the highs if you don't have the lows.
That's interesting. I get that.
The lows hurt, but the highs are going
The
to be
lows
better.
was